Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is IOANNIS at IOANNIS.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. Today we don't have a usual question, but we have a subject that I've been wanting to talk for a long time. 3 unusual or rarely mentioned secrets about progressing in your guitar playing. So this is what we're going to talk about today. 3 different secrets. I don't know if they're secrets, but we don't hear about these things very often. And I think it's very important that someone who's a practicing guitar player and who's trying to get better knows about those things, so that he doesn't have like unrealistic expectations, because expectations and then failing to meet the expectations that you have is one of the reasons that most people give up, or at least get disillusioned and stop playing guitar. So let's see them. 3 different reasons. Let's start with secret actually number 1. So secret number 1, progress is not linear. That means that if you start working on something now, you cannot really know how much you're going to progress each day. It's not like putting bricks one over the other, where you know if you can do it for 10 bricks a day, you will do 10 bricks the next day, and so on and so forth. When we say we have continuous progress, progress actually looks like little steps that go, you jump up a little bit, then you stay stagnant for a few days, then you jump up a little bit more, and so on. So, and what happens at the end of the period, you say, okay, it's been 1 month, so now I'm 30% faster, so that's like 1% per day. Oh cool, continuous progress, 1% per day. It doesn't work like that. So what do we learn from that? You will learn that you should be logging your progress, but don't become a micromanager. Don't think that every day you're going to have the same amount of progress. Just make sure you give it enough time that you can make your statistics and see if you are progressing or not. If you try to take measurements every day, you will definitely, I can guarantee that you will definitely fail, and you will get disillusioned, and you will get sad, and you will just give up. So let's go to secret number 2, and this is something that feels very counterintuitive. And here it is. How many years one plays guitar is totally irrelevant. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about a complete beginner, so someone who has been playing for 2 months and someone who's been playing for 5 years. Obviously, the person who's playing for 5 years is going to be better. But like after the first growth spurt in your guitar playing, so after the first couple of years, it doesn't really matter how long the person has been playing. It doesn't mean that just because someone has been playing for 30 years, he's going to be better than someone who's been playing for 6 years. Why is that? For the very simple reason that most people never correct their mistakes. They don't have the actual skill to see what their weak points are, and find out what their blind spots are, and then find ways to correct those things. They just learn the first few things that they learn in guitar, and then they keep rehashing the same things over and over for the next 20 years. So that's not 20 years of guitar playing, that's 2 years of guitar playing and 18 more years of playing the same things that you were playing during the first 2 years, just maybe just slightly 5 or 10% better. This is the reason why you have guitar coaching. A guitar coach would watch you play, would listen to you play, and he would start making a list of things that need to be developed. And then every year you would be consistently better than the previous one. But if you don't have some kind of similar pattern that gives you consistent feedback and good materials for you, custom made for your specific playing, then it doesn't make a difference how long you've been playing. And let's go now to secret number 3. which is also a very important one. Most people seem to think when they start to play that having good technique and being able to be a virtuoso or close to a virtuoso in the instrument is something that's done to show off. And I'm not going to deny that in several cases, especially when we're talking about a young kid, this can be the case. This is something that may be done because he wants to show his friends that he can do it, to show off to girls and things like that. However, the real reason we learn good, solid, dependable, high-level technique is to be able to put out there in music whatever musical ideas we have inside our head. If you have an idea in your head, a musical idea, and you cannot perform it, this is where the trouble begins. In my opinion, I have noticed that the most unfulfilled and least happy artists are those that never took the time to develop their technique, so they might have like a million musical ideas, but they cannot play them, they cannot perform them because they never took the time, the discipline, and also the expense of hiring someone to help them so that they would develop this solid technique that would help them externalize their music. So it's very important to understand that we don't use technique to show off. We use technique to play the music that we have in our head. So if you never develop your technique, the music is going to be very underdeveloped. There's no way around it. You're only limited to playing stuff that's technically easy. This might still be melodic stuff, no doubt about that. There are several good guitarists, very melodic guitarists with very limited technical abilities, but if it's enough for you, no problem. But if you're not happy with it, you really should do something about it and forget about the idea that technique is about showing off, because that's not the case. So there you have it. 3 unusual secrets concerning your guitar playing progress and your guitar playing in general. So I hope this was a helpful video, and I will see you on the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Until then, keep these questions coming and keep shredding. Bye bye.